Hey everyone, Spencer Kaufman here with How To Video Channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to show you how to replace the drainage hose on a furnace exhaust. Here you can see we have this nasty drainage hose filled with all kinds of gunk. In addition, it was improperly installed. You can see here there are a couple of kinks. Now, although the water can still drain with the kinks, that's partially why it got all gunked up, because that water sits there, it gets nasty and gross. It also was never properly cleaned out with vinegar or anything like that on a monthly or preferably quarterly basis. So let's take a look at this hose. You can see here it comes down from the furnace air intake so that any air comes, the water that condensates would go down through here. Now, the reason that there is a loop is so that there is a water trap, similar to the traps on your sink. This prevents any water from backing up. Also, air, smells, anything like that. Although, smell shouldn't be an issue because the end is open and going to a drain. You'll see what I mean in a second. So this comes down just like this, right down the side of the furnace. And then here you have a breather tube so that air can come in and help force the water out. And then here you have a three-way connector to connect the breather, the intake, and then also the drain. Here an elbow, and then this switches over to a braided drain tube. So it comes down here and then to the drain. So you can also see this is really nasty and gunky, so we're going to get rid of that. Put in proper new tubing. So we'll have a nice, clean drainage hose. Now, the purpose of this is so that when you have your furnace, the water, any condensation that comes, it leaves through this drainage tube instead of being sent into your furnace, thereby causing the inside of your furnace down here to rust, anything like that. So it prolongs the life of your furnace. So to get started, we've got a few materials that you will need. Number one is a pipe cutter. Now, this is just a simple, cheap, like $12 one at Menards, lifetime warranty, so that's a plus. You can cut a variety of different mediums with it, different pipes, different tubes, and so this is going to work for us. And then you need some tubing. So this tubing you can buy again at your local store. You can get it in a link below if you would like. But make sure that you get 3/4 inch, or depending on what kind you have on your furnace, you may want a different size. This is 3/4. The other thing you're going to need is some type of a tool, which I like the impact gun with a bit, to remove all of these screws and clasps holding the tubing on your furnace. All right. Once you have the existing tubing dismantled, then it would be a good idea to either measure that length or take your new tubing and stretch it out next to it. So here, we've got a measurement of about 9 feet. So we'll cut our new tubing to be 9 feet. When you are measuring a hose, it can be very difficult unless you have a couple of people, because the hose is going to be coiled up. And so the easiest way to measure a coiled hose is going to be as you go, meaning you will go about 1 foot or 2 feet at a time and then simply mark your spot along the hose as you uncoil it. This is going to send the hose in one direction, downward, and your tape measure in the other direction. But that's fine, because as long as you keep your current spot marked, you will know exactly where you need to be on the hose. Once you have the hose measured, the next step is going to be to cut your hose. Once you've cut your hose, the next step is going to be to connect it to this little elbow here. and then send it down in a coil and then down the side of your furnace. So we're going to make sure this is tight, which right now it looks pretty loose. So let's screw that in. There also looks to be some debris in there, so we might have to pull that out. All right there. And then we'll begin the loop-de-loop. Don't worry if you need to reposition these. These little holes aren't going to cause any disturbance in your ductwork. If you believe they might, get some tinfoil tape and you can cover them up, make new holes. Don't even worry about that. The main thing is that you have a nice, large circle that is not kinked. So you can see here, we've got a really nice, large circle. So now that we have that, we'll fasten these in. I don't like the way that that was simply tucked under, so we'll get another screw and put both those in. I'm also going to add a third one over here, so that way there's no chance that this ever gets moved or bent or with time misconfigures. It's going to be solid in 3 areas, exactly like a triangle. So we'll fasten those, and then we'll show you the next step, which will be the bottom section coming up next. There we have it. Look at that beautiful, nice, clean circle tubing. So now what we'll do is show you how to run the bottom part to get to the drain. Okay, so here we are. We have the new tube coming down. We're going to keep this straight instead of having it curve way over. We'll make this nice and neat. Straighten that down. Put one of these clamps somewhere down here so that it holds. We'll probably end up moving this T a little bit that way and having this be a good solid angle. So the first step is obviously to remove this, get our measurements, cut the pipe, then put it all together. Fortunately, it's pretty simple, so you should be able to figure it out, but we'll put this video here so you can watch the process just in case. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you're enjoying it, please hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button to stay tuned to future videos from How To Video channel. In the comments below, let me know what project you're working on and if you have any troubles while you're doing it. I'll do what I can to help you out and respond to each and every one of your comments. Thanks again. All right, the next step is to remove this braided vinyl tubing and attach the nice new clean. So that will be a very quick process. We pull that off. Yikes, we can get rid of this. Look how stiff that is, it doesn't even bend. It's been there for years, full of nastiness. Attach this new one. We'll lay that down in there. Then we will feed this right along these pipes to the drain. So now you can see here we've got the bottom where you have the breather, the nice new clean tubing, T right there, over to an elbow, and then going down to the drain. Of course, we will cut this off. We'll zip tie this together, probably screw this to the floor right here so that that will be all nice and solid. So I'm going to do that, and then I will show you the final result. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please place them below. But here you can see the final results. So we've got the exhaust or intake air. If any condensation comes in, look at this, it'll go down this tube. Nice clean circle with a triangular fasten so that it is secure. I've also put some tape over the old screw holes here and here. You don't need to do that, but if you've got some tinfoil tape, might as well finish the job and make it all look nice. So then we've got this coming straight down, very, very nice and clean, right down to the bottom where we've got our breather and then a good line headed downward. Now you can see here, we kind of have a little bit of a steep angle and then it flattens out and then it looks like it kind of makes a little curve here. That is completely fine because what you want is this is an intake for air and this is where the water or condensation would come down. So this one is really not as important. You want this to be a low point so that the water comes down right here and then comes this direction. Now, if any water should end up in the furnace pan, in other words, it misses your drain tube and ends up coming down here, ends up in here, then this will drain out right here on this hole as well. So then you will have a little bit of water coming down this tube. So that is something to watch out for. If you see that, pay attention and then get that corrected. But we've got this coming right here to an elbow and then right down nice and clean to the drain. So right there, we've got this solid, it's secure, zip tied together as well as screwed to the floor so that no one's going to kick it and move it out of the drain. Now, someone could trip over it, but pay attention to where you walk, and that should be just fine. So again, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. But this is how to replace your furnace condensation drain tube.